Alright, welcome back to FC26, where today I will be doing a simple little simulation to see what would happen if Lionel Messi returned to Barcelona today. Or well, I guess a couple months ago when the season started, because this is a fresh start season. We have done a straight swap for Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo was sent to Inter Miami, and Messi is back at Barcelona. Now, I will be going in this simulation until Messi decides to retire. When that will be, I don't know. But as soon as he does decide to retire, this simulation will end. We will leave everything the same. Messi is here for however long he's here. We can check really quickly. 1 year. So let's renew that contract really quickly, or not, I guess. Maybe he's retiring at the end of the season. I'll make sure to keep him because he's kind of the whole point of the video. Also, let's at least give him number 30 or 19. You know, classic. Return to Barcelona. Return to his first number, although I think 30 was technically his first number, but 19 was the first one we saw him professionally with, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, again, just going to be simming through, seeing what Messi can do throughout these seasons, or season if he retires at the end of this one, and seeing if he can win anything with Barcelona now that he's returned, and maybe Barcelona is better off with Messi. Who knows, but given how this game goes, I'd expect him to regress a lot this season. I'm going to have to eliminate the competition, because the whole point is I want Messi to play as many games as he can, not for him to sit on the bench because the sim decides, hey, this guy's 83 overall. I don't care if he's Messi, he's sitting on the bench. So with that in mind, let's head on into the sim, go to the end of this season, see how Messi has done with his former club, and see if he's kept his promise of bringing the Champions League back to Camp Nou. Okay, so I know this final actually does not ever matter, but this is Messi's first final that they've managed to get to with Barcelona. Lamine Yamal is super tired, but he's also 90 overall. Messi was actually 85 at some point. I switched him to Cam, like full-fledged Cam, and he grew back to 86, so, you know, I'm not complaining. Anyways, we're going to sim this match really quickly, and hopefully it goes well for Messi. As soon as Messi gets subbed out, I'm simming to the end, because I feel like he should be subbed out pretty quickly. He's quite tired, and he's playing against Real Madrid, his favorite club, essentially, to play against. It's weird seeing all the numbers and knowing that Messi is 19, not 10 here. But here we go. This is the game. Nothing really exciting going on. Just a bunch of passing around. I mean, I guess you could call it tiki-taka, but nothing's really going on here. Real Madrid are closer than anything. Oh, that's a great chance. Off the post. Wow. Barcelona have gotten lucky there. Again, the Supercopa does not really matter. No one really cares about this cup. But it's a trophy regardless. And Messi's in there. Nearly played a nice pass to Lamine Yamal, I think that was. No, actually, that was Lewandowski. Rafinha has a decent chance here. To Messi. Trying to find something. Nearly does, but I think it goes out of play, unfortunately for him. And Messi is very tired, along with Lamine Yamal. Actually, I have to sub out Messi. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to play him in the second half. So I'm going to sub him out in the second half, and I'll sim to the end. I forgot to adjust his training plan. He's way too old to be having any real, like, training, so he should be on recovery most of the time. But I don't know why Lamine Yamal and Araujo are, like, so tired. They have not played in, like, 5 days, so I don't know what's up with them. Looks like we're going to enter the second half with no major events. So yeah, Messi has to come off. I'll bring on Rashford and Fermin Lopez to, I guess, close this out, because there's not much else I can do here for this team. There we go. That's the start of the second half, and let's just jump to result. Real Madrid take this one 1-0 in the 72nd minute with a goal from Mbappe. But oh well, I will adjust the training plans, so hopefully the next final Messi plays, he'll actually be fit alongside his strongest side, because Lamine Yamal going out so early, not great. But yeah, I'll catch up with you and hopefully the next final or the end of the season. Depends on how I feel about some of these finals or if they make it to another final at all. And we have reached Messi's second final with Barcelona. Unfortunately, I took a look before this. They were knocked out of the Champions League in the round of 16, losing to Galatasaray 4-2 on aggregate. And Spurs are in the semi-final against Real Madrid. Galatasaray are also in the semi-final, facing Arsenal. It could be a North London derby UCL final, which would be insane. But that's not the topic of this video. We're here to see Messi and see how well he does. He's gone back down to 85, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We will sim this game, and we'll just let him play it out. Hoping, obviously, that he scores a goal in this final. Hoping that he wins this final for his team. But we will see how it goes. I don't know why they keep playing in the away kits in these finals. Messi's got the ball to Lamine. They lose the ball, though. Yeah, I don't know why they play in away kits for these finals. I think it's just the game being dumb, as it usually is. But this is the full force team. If they lose this game, I mean, I wouldn't say it's Messi's fault, is it? There's really not anyone better than him in the position currently. Even if I kept Dani Olmo, he would have started over him because he had a higher rating coming into this. Oh, here we go. Messi finding a decent pass there. I did not confuse them. I was just a bit late on that commentary. But yeah, Dani Olmo comes in at an 85 when this game starts, or the season starts for this game. Messi comes in at an 86, meaning he literally is the best in position in Barcelona had he joined earlier this year, or if he joins on loan, which is not something that seems plausible, to be honest. Maybe after next year he joins on loan. Who knows what can happen in the world of football, but I'm sure he does want to return to Barcelona just for one more game, or just even one more day as a Barcelona player. Unfortunately for him, though, Valencia score here. So Diego Lopez has scored the first goal in the final, and it's looking like Messi will fall short in this Copa de España final, meaning he will have only won, well, nothing. He lost the Super Cup to Real Madrid. The league, I'm pretty sure, is secured, by the way. Barcelona have been dominating this league, which it surprises me that they're losing to this team, first and foremost. Secondly, it surprises me that they lost to Galatasaray, but then again, they made the semifinal, so who knows? Maybe they're just really good. But it also could be the regular sim. Like, if I had quick sim this, they probably would have won this game. But the regular sim plays a bit different, and it, like, sort of relies on the tactics you have in place, which is relying on whatever Hansi Flick has, or whatever EA thinks Hansi Flick has. So, here we go. Pass to Pedri, to Messi, to De Jong, back to Pedri, to De Jong, who loses it. And here comes Valencia. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. And I'm not going to jump in. I'm just here to spectate. And, ooh, that was a terrible shot. Given to Messi, but he's far too short to receive that. But they give it back to him. Lamine Yamal on the wing. Passes it back to Balde, or Koundé, I think that is actually. Looking for something. Lewandowski loses it. And it's looking bad here for Barcelona. It looks like they will only win the league, and it's a bit unfortunate, but what can you do about it? Here they come one more time. Messi, he should have passed it back to Messi there. Lewandowski makes the wrong decision, and now the wing is kind of locked up here. De Jong looking for Lewandowski, looking for Messi to, oh my god, lays it off. Like passing the torch, he lays it off to Lamine Yamal, who slots it in to equalize in the 87th minute of the Copa de España final. Cinema. Poetic. I don't believe this. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. That's the end of regulation. We're going into extra time. And honestly, the momentum is currently with Barcelona. I should make some subs, to be honest. Messi is getting a bit tired, and I might sub him off pretty soon. But I think he can make it through this. Plus, his penalty stat is probably better than Fermin's, who will be his substitute. So this could be a chance here. Wow. Oh my god, I thought that went in, actually. It bounced out, but the ratings for everyone on this team has been pretty bad. But yeah, what a, not even like a crazy pass. Obviously, he just laid it off for him. Messi finding a nice pass to Rafinha there, who then loses it on the wing. And this could be a chance. This is a break. Can they stop him? Well, the time stops him, unfortunately, for Valencia. And that's the end of the first half in extra time. But Messi's been finding some nice passes here. Found that nice one to Rafinha. But again, the assist was not crazy. It was just kind of poetic how Messi had it in a clearly scoring chance, scoring opportunity. And he laid it off to the new number 10 of Barcelona, Lamine Yamal, who then slotted it in. And Valencia have weirdly lost it there. And here we go. One last chance for Barcelona. One last chance for anyone in this game. But Barcelona loses it. Gives the chance to Valencia, who kind of squanders it. Are they going to do anything? No, they're not. This game is going to penalties. And we will see how they do. Again, I'm not taking the penalties. So here goes Lewandowski. Slots it in. Bottom right corner. Up steps Pepelu. Interesting for Valencia, who slots it in. Bottom left corner. Here comes Rafinha. Having a good season, I think, so far. Down the middle. Easy, simple, and he's got it done. Maitland-Niles takes the next pen. Saved by Szczesny in the top left corner. Here comes Messi with his penalty. Down the middle. Calm, collected, simple. Dia takes his penalty. Bottom left, scores it. Lamine Yamal, the new 10, takes his penalty. Down the middle and misses it. Beltran now takes his penalty for Valencia to get them even, and he misses it. He puts it over the bar. Pedri to seal this game away, takes his penalty, misses, actually saved. I don't even know who their goalkeeper is. Duro, who takes his penalty, levels the playing field, and Valencia are back in it. Frankie de Jong, will it be a third missed penalty in a row for Barcelona? Oh my God, it's almost off the screen. And Barcelona might have just lost this. There it is. Ramazani scores his final penalty. Frankie de Jong with a terrible miss. Wow. I mean, he's like 28. He's not even young. What was that? Pedri could have sealed the game, but their keeper, who is, I cannot see their keeper, unfortunately, but whoever their keeper is, he made a huge save to keep them in the game and eventually win them the game. Lamine Yamal with a terrible, terrible penalty down the middle, just like Rafinha and Messi, but 3 times in a row, it was never going to work. And there it is. Barcelona fall to Valencia on penalties in the final, and all they have left to play for is the league title. And I think they will easily win this. There's like, what, 4 games left in the league, and Real Madrid are in the Champions League final. So I doubt they really care about the league at this point. They probably are focusing on the UCL. I mean, who knows? Maybe they somehow lose to Spurs, but it looks like they might have a very, very solid chance at that UCL final. Here's El Clasico, and Barcelona takes it. The earlier El Clasico I did see as well. It was a 2-2 draw, so kind of boring. But yeah, Barcelona have essentially secured this title. They just beat Real Madrid, who are second place, and they continue to win these games. Real Betis, do they stand a chance with Antony? Not quite. And here's Atletico, who Barcelona beat in the semifinals, and they dispatch them again. Valencia, who beat them in the Copa de España final, and they best, yeah, I mean 3-1. I'm telling you, if I had quick sim that game, I think they would have won. So that's kind of my bad, but I wanted to see the sim. It's fun to watch. And Barcelona run away with this title, nearly being Centurions in La Liga with 99 points. Let's have a look at that Champions League final, shall we? I don't think it's been played yet, but we can see who's in it at the very least. It's an Arsenal-Real Madrid final, and Real Madrid beat Spurs 5-1 on aggregate. Arsenal beating Galatasaray 3-1 on aggregate. Guess we can just sim forward, see who wins this final. I don't know when this final is played, but hopefully it pops up pretty soon. Okay, surely the finals happened already, right? It's June, come on. Arsenal have won the UCL. Yeah, maybe not the most realistic outcome, but it is the outcome of this season. Anyways, let's have a look at how Messi has done. We don't care about anyone else. Lamine Yamal scores 22 goals. Rafinha scores 28. Lewandowski scores 35. Wow. But Messi with a solid season. 11 goals, 11 assists. Not crazy for his standards. In fact, quite bad for his standards. But both in the double digits, he gets more assists than Pedri and more goals than Pedri. So he's done quite decently. Although Pedri's not really a goal scorer, is he? A fairer competition would be someone like Rashford, who has not really played in the sim as much as he does in real life. Or Fermin, who is his substitute, who did 3-1. So yeah, pretty decent season for Messi. I think he's still playing 1 more year. I got him on a new contract. Let's have a look. Yes, he's still playing. So we will see where he ends up next season. I'm not going to highlight any of the finals next season like I did for this season. Honestly, I thought he was retiring this season, but that's fine too. We'll just see if he makes the Champions League final. If he does, that's a big one to highlight. If he doesn't, then I don't really care. We've already seen the Supercopa for Spain. We've seen the Copa de España, which he lost both, unfortunately. One of them was definitely not his fault. I cannot believe his team choked that one. But yeah, lots of runner-ups, 2 runner-ups, and round of 16 for the Champions League. Very disappointing for this team. This Barcelona team could have done a lot better, but we will see how they do in the second season of Messi's return, and possibly the last, considering that he turns 40, I believe, in this season. Unfortunately for Messi, it's looking like his promise is a false one because there's no Champions League final. We can check really quickly. Back-to-back league titles for Barcelona, which is cool, but not really what they want. They lose a Supercopa in the early stages, the first round, to Real Madrid. Lose the Copa de España, losing to Atletico this time around in the quarterfinals, and the Champions League is a repeat of Real Madrid, but PSG's in it now, who beat Arsenal. And once again, they've fallen in the round of 16, this time to PSG, which makes sense, they're finalists, but wow, that was pretty bad. Anyways, I think we lost quite a few players here, or Barcelona did. Mostly okay, you know, they lost Ferran Torres, who was quite a good player, but Messi is still going, and I don't know why. I'm going to negotiate 1 more year so I don't have to deal with him disappearing midway through next season. I guess we will have to see 1 more year of Messi because he just keeps going. He does not care. He's 84 overall still at the age of 39. I'm already paying him 500 grand just so he doesn't ever complain about wages. And I'm keeping it that way. There's no way he's worth more than that. I'm sorry, because he's gonna be 40 by the time next season starts. And if he doesn't retire by then, yeah, you know what? Ansu Fati, he can get that. Casado, boom. Just gonna make sure we keep some of these players. No extension. Let's negotiate that. So yeah, from here I'm just gonna jump forward to the end of next season. Again, hoping that they somehow make the UCL final, but it's honestly not looking likely, all things considered, with them losing in the round of 16 2 times in a row now. But hopefully they can turn that around next season. All right, it's the end of this season, and they have made it. The UCL final is here. I think they lost the league, by the way. That is disgustingly bad. Semi-final against Leverkusen, get through 2-1 on aggregate. By the way, if they haven't won this league somehow, I'm very surprised. Simply because I basically built a god squad for Messi at this point. They lost Koundé, who is now 90 overall. I re-signed him from Man City. And then I went ahead and signed Haaland. So this... Oh, wait. Oh, it's because Lamine Yamal left. How the hell did he leave? I guess he forced his way out of the club somehow. That wasn't supposed to happen. But yeah, he's gone. Where is he gone? He went to Chelsea. Interesting. In case Messi does not retire this season, I'm just going to rebuy him. I did turn on the financial thing, you know, financial overtake, because I CBA to deal with Barcelona's financial problems in a game. So yeah, I don't know why Lamine Yamal left. He was still on contract for another like 4 years. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I guess he was unhappy with his wages, even though earlier this season I tried to offer him a new one. Maybe his release clause. I don't even think he has one. But yeah, who knows why he left. But he should be returning next season in case Messi is still at Barcelona, or really still playing football at all. But they've made this UCL final. I'm just going to quick sim it, because although it is very intense, I'm going to try to give Barcelona their best chance at winning this final, which involves a quick sim. There's no way they do any better in a regular sim. Yeah, Rooney Bargi is currently starting there. It's interesting, but I mean, I guess I could do this instead and start Messi at the wing. Very ill-informed, you know, I should not be doing that. Messi is not a winger anymore. He's way too old to be doing that. In fact, I should check his stats, something I forgot to do last season, but here we go. Lionel Messi has scored 15 goals in the cam position, assisting only 5, but he's still playing. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's going to keep going till next year. So we will see next year with the true God squad what Messi can do. But this is ridiculous. He's going to be 41 by the start of next season. So I really don't know how he's going to keep going at this rate. So here it is, Champions League final. Luis Enrique versus Hansi Flick. But this is more of Messi's story. And we will see if he can pull it off in this game. Quick sim. Haaland is starting, obviously. And next season he should have a better team. And Barcelona have done it with, you know, the mercenary help. Haaland did score the winning goal, 78th minute, but Messi played all 90 minutes at right wing, bagging himself a 7.2 rating. Pretty solid. And it seems like, yeah, they had 3 chances, and Koundé and Ter Stegen helped a lot in stopping those chances. Balde got, oh no, that's Gerard Martin. Let's have a look at the bench. Balde had a 7.1. So yeah, overall solid performance from Barcelona here, winning the Champions League. They've returned it to Camp Nou, and Messi has won 5 UCLs now. So on to next season, where I'm really hoping Messi retires. He's going to be 41. He's a little too old to be playing football, risking his body for this sport. I don't think they won the league. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It didn't seem like we saw the league there. We will see the recap of where they placed in the league. 3rd, not great. Runner-up in Supercopa, round of 16 for Copa, and Champions League winner. So this, I've been assuming for the past 3 seasons, I think at this point, that this is going to be the last season Messi plays football. He should be retiring. I know I've been keeping him up with the coaches and the position and all these things, but at some point, you got to realize it's, yeah, there's Lamine Yamal coming in like he's a new big star. Bro, you betrayed us, or you betrayed Barcelona, but he's back, and Messi plays in his natural position once again. I also signed Donnarumma, which, you know, seems a bit dumb because you have Ter Stegen, but he has regressed 2 overall in the season. So yeah, maybe it wasn't the stupidest decision ever. So here we go. Donnarumma is into the club. Lamine Yamal is back. this is literally a god squad. If this team fails at winning the Champions League back-to-back, or really at the base level winning the league, I will be very surprised. Lewandowski is retiring, and so is Messi. This is it. Their final seasons. Lewandowski and Messi have both won a Champions League with Barcelona, with Messi upping his tally to 5. Lamine Yamal, you can get number 10 again, whatever. Actually, no, you're back to 19. You've been relegated because Messi is the real number 10 and you left it behind. You know, I really don't know why he did that, but he's back playing in the Super Cup this season. But yeah, this is it. This is the final season for Messi. We will see how he does. Lionel Messi. Yeah, I was going to actually extend him last season, but I kind of messed up. I offered him way too low, and now this is what we're left with. Anyways, this is it. You know, just hoping for the best. And I'll see you at the end of the season. Hopefully, another Champions League final for Messi. And if I do spot a Copa de España final, I'll try to stop for a quick sim. If not, you know, it is what it is. It's not that important, although it'll be quite funny that on his return, both domestic cups elude him. Now, I wasn't going to stop the sim for anything, but then I saw this. In the round of 16, the round that has plagued Barcelona for the first 2 seasons of Messi's return, they face Real Madrid. And Messi's final season of football, he faces Real Madrid in the UCL round of 16. Also, I checked earlier, Pedri left for £270 million to Newcastle. Don't know how that's happening, but Casado's a decent enough replacement, and I did sign Donnarumma. So either way, this team is still amazing. It's just not like as crazy as it would be if Pedri was still here. And once again, for these, I am quick simming. So first leg at the Bernabeu. How can Barcelona do? They lose 1-0. Will it end here for Barcelona in the round of 16 that has plagued them so often? Or will they bring it back in the Camp Nou, the reigning champions of the UCL? Can they bring it back against Real Madrid? That question will be answered after this game. And he has done it. Messi comes off in the 93rd minute to start extra time. Lamine Yamal scoring a brace in extra time, and Haaland scoring to level the score on aggregate. Messi did well, assumedly, but he had to come off. Lamine Yamal, the new number 10, who I stripped of his number 10 because of what he did. But Real Madrid fall to Barcelona in the round of 16, 3-2 on aggregate. Well done to Barcelona. And on to the Copa de España final, actually, because I did notice they have made it. So let's sim to the final against Real Madrid again. Also, if they somehow lose these games against what is supposed to be... I don't even know what team that's supposed to be. Bergamo Calcio? Which one is that? It's not Juventus. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to sim forward to the Copa de España final. And hopefully Barcelona does fine as well in the UCL. I swear I just seen... Oh, it's Ter Stegen from Spurs. I thought it was Lewandowski. But it looks like it's going to be fine against Bergamo Calcio, who I really do not remember who that team is supposed to be. But it's a Serie A team. Anyways, their second leg against them. And yeah, that's that. 4-1. I think that's the aggregate score, but they've won. Anyways, that doesn't matter. We're really focused on this final against Real Madrid. So we will see. Can Messi do it again? Can he lead Barcelona to another victory over Real Madrid in a cup format? Although, you know, I guess technically the UCL round of 16, it is the cup format, but you get what I mean. Also, I don't know why, but I forgot to give Messi captaincy. He's the captain. Let's be real. I mean, he was always going to be the captain. If he returns to Barcelona today, he's the captain. So let's have a look at this Real Madrid game. Copa de España final. Can they do it again? Quick sim as usual. Let's see how it goes for Barcelona. And they win again. Lamine Yamal with another brace against Real Madrid. He really is channeling that number 10 energy. He's channeling his inner Messi. And 2-0 against Real Madrid in the Copa de España final. And now it is up to Dortmund to stop what is seemingly a super team. And his final league game is against Real Madrid. Although I think he's already secured the league. So let's have a look. Can Barcelona best Dortmund in the semifinals of the Champions League? Lamine Yamal again showing up 2-0 in the first leg. They just have to close this one out with a solid performance. A draw will do. 1 goal difference will do. All they need is to close this out and they could be on for a treble in Messi's final season of professional football. And that's it. 3-1 on aggregate. Dortmund have failed to stop this super team and Barcelona are going to the Champions League final. Look at that, man of the match for him. in... That was weird because the Copa de España ended. That was whatever. Anyways, back-to-back UCLs and a possible treble to end off Messi's career. The final game of the season is against Real Madrid, Messi's longtime rivals, and it's quite poetic. Oh my god, we're facing Spurs in a Champions League final. Anyways, the league was secured ages ago, so this game doesn't technically matter, but it's just a fun one to see. El Clasico, Messi's final El Clasico. And a bit poetically, it ends in a draw, where Messi does not even get to finish the game. Although I think Barcelona should have won that one. I just saw their 5 chances. But a Spurs-Barcelona final. This could have been true in 2019. What is this? It is probably Lamine Yamal, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Anyways, this could have been true in the 2019 UCL final had Liverpool, or really had Barcelona, not collapsed against Liverpool in the second leg. This team will be leading Messi to one final game of his career. It's a Champions League final, and it's against Spurs. I don't want to say it as a Spurs fan, but Barcelona, come on, it's Spurs. So I am actually going to sim this game because it's, you know, it's the final. Also because I'm going to mostly just not cover the sim at all, but I'll try to cover the goals. But most of it's going to be cut out. I'm just simming it so I can see the final cutscene. Messi's going to lift the UCL if he wins, and it'll be quite cool. So, yeah. This team looks a lot different than I remember, but Kudus is still there. Mathis Tel is there. Barcola has signed for Spurs, and Bergvall remains with a rather recognizable midfield of Gray, Archie Gray, Sarr, Bergvall. Wow, interesting. Van de Ven is still there. Romero is still captaining the side, so a bit of another poetic send-off, I guess, because Romero is quite a big player for the national team. And again, Barcelona are wearing their away kit in a final. I don't know why. Danso is also still there. So the team looks very similar to what I remember. You know, it's only been like 4 or 5 years. But Barcola is new. Perry is new. I'd assume he's a regen. And Livramento is new. So no Jed Spence. Wow, I think that's off the bar. So nearly scoring for Barcelona there. Here comes Messi. Ooh, Messi's lost the ball there, trying to give it to Lamine Yamal. Here comes Spurs, though. Mathis Tel to Sarr. Back to Sarr, that's a goal. And Spurs go 1-0 up in the UCL final to stop Barcelona. Of all the teams to stop this team, it's going to be Spurs, isn't it? Oh my god, Messi's through. Messi's getting boxed off by Van de Ven here. But he finds his way out. Lamine Yamal to Rafinha. Back to Lamine Yamal. To Messi. Messi has it. Rafinha, shoot! What a save from this Perry guy. Although, I think it was off the bar. Or off the post, so. Lamine Yamal has the ball. To Messi. To Haaland. To Messi. To Lamine. Back to Messi. Back to Messi. Oh my god, it's off the bar. Oh my god, Messi nearly scores in the UCL final. His final UCL final. And he just misses the mark. Wow. Wow. On to the second half of this game. I actually might jump in because I feel kind of bad now. This is crazy. I don't know who that is, but I'd assume it's Balde. To Haaland. To Messi. Oh my god, Messi! Oh no, it's not Messi. Pfft, my bad. I thought that was Messi. I totally forgot I switched their numbers back around. But what a goal from Lamine. He's been showing up this season, meaning, you know, obviously he got the Player of the Season award for the La Liga. But he has shown up for Barcelona once again in the Champions League. Earlier against Real Madrid in the round of 16, and now he does it again in the final against Spurs. But here we go, Haaland to Messi, to Lamine. They have so much potential. They have so much possession. Haaland to Messi. Messi still has it. He has a shot. Oh, great save from Perry. Messi's had a few opportunities here. Very surprised. Well, not really, but, you know, he is 41, so I'm surprised he's still finding the space. Spurs are building something here. Sarr has it. To Livramento, I think that is, but it was offside. So Barcelona's ball, and they start out the back once again. Messi to Rafinha. Rafinha carries to Balde to Messi. Nice little triangle there. Rafinha carries again to Haaland. To Messi. Messi looking for Haaland again. Finds who's 17? I think it's Casado. Rafinha and Lamine Yamal with a brace in the UCL final. Nice little layoff from Rafinha. And this team is working like clockwork. I mean, Messi has a 9.0. He has a higher rating than the man who has scored a brace. He is out of his mind in this game. His final game of his career in a UCL final for a potential treble. And Messi is performing like he is 21, like he's 24. But here comes Spurs, and it's an equalizer from Mathis Tel in the 88th minute. Cinema. Oh, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Also, these ratings have to be busted because look at these. I mean, it's a crazy game. 2-2. And here comes Barcelona, one last attack. but the ref blows in a dangerous position. Wow. And Xavi Simons is still there, by the way, at Spurs. He's just come on for Sarr. So Xavi Simons is on. That's number 7. And he has made quite the difference so far for Spurs. Here they come in the first half of extra time. I don't believe this. This is a crazy game. Messi is so tired. He can't keep this up for much longer, but here he goes. Passing it to Haaland. Up to Rafinha. Rafinha looking for something. Doesn't really find much. Casado has the ball now. Back to Rafinha. Back to Casado. I said I was going to cut most of this out, but I think I was lying. This game is crazy. A lot crazier than I expected. Here comes Spurs on the counter, but they don't manage to do anything in time. This could be a penalty shootout. And I might actually have to play the penalty shootout, to be honest. If I see it's at 119, I'm playing the penalty shootout because I don't think I get to see the cutscene if they win on pens. But here comes Barcelona, Messi. Barcelona loses the ball there. And here comes Spurs. One last chance for Spurs, it seems. Tell to Kudus. It's been intercepted by Balde. Rafinha. Back to, I think that's Kubarsi. Kubarsi to Balde. To Messi. Balde. What a pass from Messi. Back to Messi. Casado. Oh my god. What is happening? That's it. I've got to jump in. I don't think I can jump in. Can I jump in? I hope I can jump in. If not, it's over. I'm not watching this cutscene. Oh, I can jump in. Okay, so we're in. Haaland takes the first penalty. I'm not that great of a pen taker on this game, but I'm going to try my best. So Haaland's first pen, easy, simple. And now it's up to Donnarumma to stop Mathis Tel, the hero for Spurs, in his penalty. I think he's going left. He goes right. Or, well, I guess he did go left. So maybe I should have trusted my gut there. Rafinha, the second penalty. Bottom left I'm going. Simple penalty for Rafinha. Keeper doesn't even move. Mikey Moore is still playing for Spurs. He's too young. He's going to mess up. Top left. Top right. Okay, maybe I should start going right. Lamine Yamal, the brace scorer. The reason they've made it here. And oh my god, I missed, to be honest. Xavi Simons, who comes on, essentially saving them. Go left. Go left. They've just gone right this entire time. I have to start dive. Messi. Can Messi score his pen? Simple penalty for Messi. This could be heartbreak. Heartbreak for Barcelona. Heartbreak for Messi, who has tried everything he can. Oh my god, Donnarumma just misses. And this is it. De Jong has to score here. He must score. And he hasn't because I've absolutely fluffed the pen. Oh, or not. Okay, that works. Here it is. Lucas Bergvall. Final pen of the game. I'm going right. They go left. And Spurs, yeah, I can't really complain. Spurs have won the UCL, preventing Barcelona from winning a treble, preventing Messi from one last treble in his career. And that's that. Wow, what a game. Messi performed out of his mind, but it just wasn't enough. He did everything, and Lamine Yamal once again choked on a penalty. I mean, I took the penalty, but like, you know what I mean. And there it is. Another passing of the torch, handing the UCL to his countryman, Christian Romero, who will probably captain the team at this point after Messi's retirement. But that's that. Messi is retiring at the end of the season. They've won a domestic treble, I think. So that's quite nice. Not quite the... Oh no, they only won a double. So unfortunate there, but yeah, they had a great season. Made it all the way back to the UCL final. Nearly winning a treble. Just inches, really, away from winning that treble. But that's the end of this video. Messi has done it. I mean, let's look at his stats one last time. He came back, won the UCL, returned it to Camp Nou, and nearly won a treble for them as well. Haaland and Lamine Yamal, obviously the best players. Wow, what a season for Lamine Yamal, but unfortunate he missed that penalty. And Messi this season, 2 goals, 4 assists. Truly the end of an era. And that's the end of this video. I just wanted to see what would happen. I did not expect him to play for this long. But I had fun. And honestly, I'm a little happy that Spurs somehow won that. But I did not throw on purpose, I swear. I tried my hardest with those pens. Maybe I should have jumped in for the final pen. That's, yeah, okay. I kind of did that badly, but because Lamine Yamal probably would have scored that. But I couldn't guess. I kept guessing left, and then they went right. Then I guessed right, then they went left. That Kudus one I could have stopped as Donnarumma, but I missed it. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.